Hello, Twitch. Welcome in, everyone. Hopefully everyone's having a lovely Wednesday. Hi there. Gonna start off with coffee as usual. Substituting for yesterday. Sorry, I just couldn't make it yesterday. Things got too rushed, got too last minute, and I don't do that anymore. And so I was like, alright, we'll do it tomorrow. So, thank you for joining me tonight. So we're doing strawberry jam as an ingredient. So we got strawberry jam. Gonna be doing a cheesecake, which is really more like a cheese ball that's formed like a cheesecake, to be honest. Which then can be served with crackers. I'm gonna be doing... What else do we got here? Got the Monte Cristo, which is tri-level sandwich. It's half turkey and Swiss, and the other half ham and American. And that is then coated in pancake batter and is fried as a whole, and then finished in the oven, because you're not going to get all the cheese nice and melty just doing a quick fry on the outside and getting that pancake batter done. Gonna be doing a miniature 3-layer cake. Got little 4-inch rounds. We're gonna be doing 3 4-inch round cakes and doing a strawberry jam tri-level cake. And lastly, I'm gonna be doing a gin and jam cocktail. Let me discover where my cup is gone. Excuse me. I had water glass. It's probably a good plan too. Gonna be starting tonight off with a little bacon. Got the oven preheated to 400 degrees. Got ourselves some bacon. I also left this to do this on stream to see if this is a fail or not. I was halfway through this and was like, this is always a fun project. We got the new bag of flour here that I have. As I said, I was already halfway done through this. I sliced open the top of it, put the container over the top of it, and then have flipped it over. Now we get to empty out the bag. See if we have a fun project there or not. That's our oven hitting 400. So let's see if what we get here. So this is a new bag of AP flour. Or as they call it, beehive malted all-purpose flour. It's got a bit of malt in it, or it's got a bit of organic malted barley flour along with the wheat flour that helps with browning and several other characteristics of the flour. But essentially it's just AP flour. This is a 25-pound bag. The last bag I got was, I think it was an extra large bag because it was like misbagged for some reason. think it was like a 50-pound bag or something. Usually they do 25 and 40. And 5. So that was not all that bad. We don't have a huge project to clean up here. Beautiful. He says before he gets it over to where he stores it, which is currently occupied by his immersion circulator. We'll figure that out in a moment. Put that in the front corner. Forget about it for a moment. Next, we're gonna get our bacon ready since the oven's ready. Grab some parchment. Oopsies. Cream, or rather half and half. Also got all the fixins for tomorrow's stream too, which is going to be nachos. Gonna turn some ground beef into taco meat. We'll make a cheese sauce with the leftover cheese from tonight. And I got some beautiful heirlooms and some avocados that are sitting on the counter in front of me there. Those are gonna be for tomorrow. And I'm gonna fry up all my own tortilla chips. And let's see what we can come up with. Should be a fun night. But tonight, let's get our bacon going. Cheers, everyone. Let's do about half of this package, which is probably still more than we need for today. Pickings on bacon's getting sort of slim again. Might call what you I saw today as a shortage. Get rid of our coffee. Pull this over here so everyone can see what I'm doing with the bacon. We got some nice thick cut bacon here. bacon in the oven. We're gonna give that a full 20 minutes since it is such a thick slice. I have been checking 18/16 depending on how thin of a bacon. We get some butter warming up here, got an egg warming up. Let's get started with our cake here. Need a bowl and a sieve for our flour. Now let's use up the other flour first, our smaller one. So this is a little bit more prep right now than actually making the cake batter. What the recipe has me doing is, which I don't mind, is doing our dry ingredients ahead of time in a separate bowl. We're doing a cup and a half of AP flour or cake flour if you've got good cake flour. I've got pastry flour, but baking powder. And pinch salt. Actually, the salt may not get through this. Oopsies. Yeah, salt doesn't want to go through. I'm gonna trust that though. Minus whatever that little black dot is. So that's our dry ingredients for our cake later. Or rather, cakes. See if we get this right. Check the weight real quick here on the scale back behind here. Nope. That was like half of what I wanted by weight. Perfect. So it was exactly half of what I wanted. And how much sugar are we adding into this 3/4 cup? What happened to my quarter? Oh, I'm using it with the egg. Needed a place to let the egg sit. Need a room temperature egg here, or close to it. And then we mash. Six minutes, get units on the battlefield for Stream Raiders, folks. Looking like it's just me right now. Out there all by myself, lonely. Don't leave me lonely out on the battlefield. Basically want to make sure we get this all very well mixed. Very, very well mixed. This is something you'd give 3 to 5 minutes in a actual stand mixer, much less me here with a fork. Which, me with the fork in some ways is better, in some ways worse. More accurate with the work, but the work is much harder. Hey, Gaia. Welcome, welcome. Nice. Yep, we got our jam for tonight. Getting started with a little 4-inch tri-layer cake. Alright, I think we're as combined as we're going to be there by hand. Let me guess. Add egg. Add vanilla. Yes. Dip the vanilla at the same time. Strawberry jam. It's a nice one. Gonna be doing the appetizer for the dinner tonight. The cheesecake, which is really more like a cheese ball, is going to be a combination of savory with some sharp cheddar and bacon and cream cheese, but also with the sweet strawberry preserve over the top, or strawberry jam. What would you say your favorite jam is then? So there's a half cup of milk. Zen. Apple butter, okay. I actually made a meat from apple butter at one point when I was living in New York long ago. switch over to a spatula here now. No moisture in the pan, apparently. Bottle is ready. What's up, Penguin? Let's see if I can do this. Me versus all. And it's enemies and not helpers, too. This is gonna be rough. No. Well, in fall, we're going to have fall ingredients to use. I buy a lot of stuff from the farmers markets. I mean, hence tomatoes, avocados, lovely stuff such as that. Even though this year's pretty lousy for avocados. At least in California. They tend to grow, boom season, sort of a drought season, back and forth. The trees tend to, pump out a little bit more one year over the next, even though they produce avocados every year. And so, not only are we having a drought, a high heat year, but it's a year that we're having yield on avocados in California. But yeah, we'll have some stuff, and there was more of it, I would say, around this time last year. Well, let's give this another shot here, folks. Let's see if you can't get a little help this time around. Hey, Suki. And since I'm hoping for some help here, let's see here. Boost allied armored units. Awesome. We're going to put that right there. And then it went down one spot from where I wanted it. Anyways, we'll try that out in 30 minutes. Hopefully we do a little bit better this time around. And here, we need to go to our pans now. Doing 3 of these with this batter. And I need some parchment. Where's my hand? hot holds. Okay, we got some bacon. Hey, what do you know? Bacon. That's some pretty looking bacon. I've made jam before on stream before, Penguin. I don't can it or jar anything. I tend to do things more fresh. Sorry, my nose is itching me for some reason. And with the dinner challenges, I've been buying the ingredient challenges. I've been buying the ingredient rather than making it. I think there was been one exception to that when I did Greek seasoning. Not bad for eyeballing it. So we got that. We need a bit of butter. We're gonna take these apart. Butter the bottom. And do a light tacking on the outside that's gonna help hold parchment in place. Slippery. And then reclose it. Hopefully in place. Yeah. I don't do a lot of canning. I just don't find it as really all that necessary. I have access to stuff more readily around the year, and I mean, I can get strawberries. I mean, there's effectively 2-3 months out of the year that I can't find nice strawberries. I mean, yeah, they'll maybe be a little underripe or have that last batch I had was beautiful, but it's not the best I've had, but it was beautiful. And so I don't really have the need to make the jam. I can just do it fresh if I want that sort of a thing. Darn, I hope that was going to be enough to coat all the way around. Oh well. It was suggested to me actually at the last stream that I do some freezer jam, which is an even easier version of it, where since I have a freezer, I can just make jam and freeze it. And don't even have to worry about, I mean, the issue for me more than anything else with canning things is the extra steps you have to do to can them. If you notice, the last time I canned things, I just put them in. I got it over here now, but in my immersion circulator for 2 hours to make sure they were pasteurized, rather than try and do the whole pop and seal and worry about everything and his brother about being sanitary. It's just a lot of extra hassle that I don't want to bother with these days. Get my hand a quick rinse up. And so I'm just going to try and somewhat evenly distribute this using my measure here. We still want you available.
Always yummy.
Thank you, Zen. Appreciate that resub. How's your evening going? Hopefully well. Awesome. Happy birthday. Actually thinking about that. Wait, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? It's not connected. Why isn't it connected? Boo. Okay. I can't do what I was going to do anyways. Sorry. Okay, so what do we need? No, this is going to be a tri-layer. These are just vanilla cakes. And we're going to do a tri-layer strawberry and strawberry jam and buttercream. Try later. Little mini cake. Hey, Chili Music and Mr. Pickles. Welcome in, welcome in. So, these aren't going to settle that much just like that. They're going to have to heat up to settle. And we need another pan to put those on. She sort of want them about the same distance front to back, so they cook about the same time. Push that little bit of batter that's on the parchment there down, along with the rest of it. What temp we need our oven? 350. And just putting this in will probably drop us down at least 25 degrees. And how long we want to... We'll give that 25 minutes while I steal a piece of bacon. Welcome, Mr. Pickles. There's our menu. We got strawberry preserves as my ingredient challenge. Just put the cakes in there for the miniature 3-layer cake. And I'm chewing on some bacon that's supposed to be going into that first savory cheesecake. Cheesecake. Cheese ball / cheesecake. Ever thought about doing an In-N-Out copycat burger? Well, I can't really do an In-N-Out copycat burger. You see, the problem with that, doing most applications like that, I mean, I can make a burger that somewhat along those lines, but I'm not going to replicate their bread, which is their company bread, and I'm not going to replicate that nice flat top sear that they put on their bread. I'm not big into that, and actually, I'm not even. I love In-N-Out for the price, for the ease. I don't like it for the long lines, at least in the ones that I've ever been to, and I don't like it for. I mean, Five Guys has a better burger. I mean, granted, it's like 4 or 5 times as much, but it's a better burger. Oh, the gin and jam cocktails. Yeah, I'm gonna finish up my coffee here first. We're gonna make some fake cheesecake. The downside to Five Guys is that is one thing that In-N-Out are masters of. I mean, they even have English classes for their I mean, like, and I don't mean like they're hiring foreign employees and teaching them English. They are doing that too, but they're teaching them like clarity and order and ability to, with actual like courses and stuff. They're just a bigger organization, and they're an older, established organization where a new one isn't going to see the value in developing that these days. The fries, I think there's no comparing. Five Guys fries, hands down, much better product. Their list of ingredients that they have on their burger, I mean, at no added cost, is nice. They have a nice list of ingredients for their burgers that accommodate most tastes. Yeah. But like I said, it's a newer one that's not going to put the money into something like that. And the one that's near me, I've been to several times over the years, and it's gone up and down. And it's really, you just got to look at the kitchen and the people that are working there, if it's a mess or if it's actually running cleanly. It's cooking a bit hotter than I wanted it to. I just wanted to melt that. That's brown butter now. That's okay, it'll work for what I'm doing anyways. And I need a bag. Wrong drawer. I need a bag. And I need ribs. But at the same time, the in and out for the price. Just hoping I can get the Ziploc open without spilling this all over. They don't even spill over one. I try to. Come on. All out. There we go. That ought to be enough. What is a helicopter? There's something that flies by here like once or twice a day on a regular basis that just has so much. I mean, I've lived near enough to a major airport to hear that sort of stuff and know what that's like, but this is just like so much more deep bass. It has to be like a helicopter or something. And like directly over my place. Let's use the same one before. Maybe a little bit much there on the crust. We'll see here in a minute. Keeping it savory and not adding a bunch of sugar here. You'll often find in like a graham cracker crust they'll throw some brook sugar or some sugar or some cinnamon in here. I figured those didn't really fit too much. Okay, so we got a little bit of a crumb base. It's not really sticking together too much, but I'm not too concerned about that right now. And then we're going to do our mixture for inside. Little cracker in there isn't going to hurt this project. Know why? Confused on that one. Let's see, I think I needed this for some other project here too. No, I think we're okay with that. Not good for the knife. There you go. I was like, Toyster? I couldn't quite figure it out myself. I was trying to find some sort of TOY word. Let's leave that as a cleanup project. Then we need some bacon. We need some bacon. We want this chopped up pretty good. Want everything in this essentially small enough that it's going to go in a cracker easily when you pull it off of the whole thing. So, small chop on our bacon, even though it's crispy. Back to this loveliness. Bit of onion powder. That is bacon. Finely chopped bacon. Well, there's some bacon on the stove, too. A little onion and garlic powder. Pinch of salt. MSG, pepper, hey Blue Moon, how you been? Welcome in. We're having fun with strawberry jam tonight. And I'm forgetting ingredients in this project. And this can go over here. We're making a sort of savory cheesecake slash cheese ball. So we got that going. We got some seasoning in there. We're gonna need some chive action. See how these are looking. Yeah, they're dying quick. Those are not the finest looking chives I have ever seen. But we're gonna use them. What the? Oh, I'm out there myself again. Uh-oh. This ain't good. We finish chopping these and we'll go to battle. Or rather, I'll go to my death. What did I do with it? Got bacon fat. Good guess. Battle. This is an even weaker unit than last time. Yeah, he's not gonna... Didn't even last as long as the last fight. Then again, it was 1 versus 40 there. 1 versus 44. Do this one more time. And... I'll put my tank out there. Which will just live through anything. And back to cheese. Back to the cheese. We're good with that for this dish. Gonna eyeball how much we're gonna throw in here. That looks good. Like I said, the majority of this is gonna be used tomorrow for nachos. Next stream. People are probably like, aren't you supposed to be using, like, strawberry jam? That's sort of the next project here. First, we get our cheesecake filling. That I'm going to stuff into the springform mini pan. And just continue to push down. And I am trying to be careful not to mess up the crust in the bottom, because there's not much holding that crust together. It's just going to push wherever you put it. So I tried to put everything down against it and then smooth out the top after we got everything down against the base. But here is where the strawberry preserves come in. Blue Moon, I think it's a brilliant idea for you to maybe something else to try in the future. Maybe you should try baking that just like that. I don't think the cheddar is... I think the cheddar's going to be great with it that way. It's too tough for me. I need help. My week. There we go. Strawberry. And this is going to be the topping for our savory appetizer here. A little sweet to go along with the sweet and with the a little sweet with the savory. Here's hoping that I can get this to come somewhat clean of this non-stick. Springform pan. What I think I may actually do here is I'm actually going to chill this for a bit. I'm going to throw this in the freezer and allow it to set up for a little bit, and we'll unmold that in a little while here. And just in time for our cakes to come out of the oven here. Let's take a look. Take a look. See what we got here. I don't know if this is enough. I think they want to go a little bit longer here. Yeah, that's still looking a little moist to me. Yeah. So it's going to go a little bit longer. Say another 4 minutes. Rinsing out a bowl here to use for my frosting. Which this is what is going to. Let's see here. What else can we do in the meantime? Because even when we pull those cakes out, all I'm doing is pulling them out and letting them rest. Huh. Maybe I should set up my pancake better so that I can rest a little bit. That's probably a good next project. Blue Moon just going through all the options. He's gonna get that one. Oh no, it's the whole thing. I don't care. That's going to be frosting. Let's use you for pancake batter. All you got is a little flour in you. You can reuse this. You can even reuse this. Yay for less dishes. Doing another 1.5 cups of flour here. Sifted. Ouch. Oh, shut up, oven. Still gonna give those another 2 minutes. Past one was pancakes, or past one was cake. This one is pancakes. If anyone's paying attention to how much baking powder we're using here compared to the other recipe. What am I doing putting that over there? You doing any salt? Little salt. Give that a little mix up and do a little well. Actually, we can use the same fork again here. We're using it for our cake batter. Use that for our pancake batter too. Why that ended up in the sink. Hey John, welcome in. How goes your Wednesday? Making a little pancake batter right now. That's going to be coating my sandwich a bit later. That's probably in the ballpark of what I need here. Let's check on our baby cakes here. Move the bacon out of the way. Let's just get out of the bacon. Get rid of the bacon. If you remember, the cakes are still a bit underdone for my liking, so that's a good plan. Don't need all that fat in there. Where's that bag I was using earlier for? I tossed it already. Not get rid of it, I mean put it away because I'm not going to use it for the rest of the dinner. It'd probably disappear tomorrow morning, but... Let's pull out these cakes. Let's take a look at my cakes. There we go. 3 4-inch vanilla yellow cakes. We'll let those rest here for a bit. Collapse probably a little bit. Still not 100% sure. Oh, I think we're good now. Oh, yeah. And we'll get to decorating those a bit later. Let's get back to our pancake batter that I'm going to use to coat my Monte Cristo sandwich. We'll switch back to a spatula here. I'm doing this a little bit ahead of time, allow this to rest so the batter isn't all worked up right when I'm using it for the sandwich. Might make a pancake or two afterward too. Let's see. The main thing is here is coating our sandwich. Hopefully everyone's having a lovely Wednesday. That is rather dry for a pancake batter. I think I'm going to have to add some more milk to that party. Have to open a new bottle though. I don't know why I thought there was only like a half cup of milk in there. Well, it's a 1.25 cups. This is a cream top. So that was milk fat. And I'm okay with this being a little bit wet. Since it's going to be coating the sandwich, we're using it more like a batter than an actual pancake batter. That right there is the cream top, as I was saying before. These, if you're not familiar with old school milk companies or ones that use glass bottles like these, what this company does is when they fill it with milk, there's enough, I don't know if there's enough fat in it that it rises, or that they actually put a little squirt of pure milk fat on the top and it solidifies, and what that does is create a sort of fat layer that insulates the milk from any air, even the air between the cap and the top of the milk, and so it just makes it that little bit much more fresher before it gets to your house. It means you get a little extra milk fat that you can work into projects like this. That's looking a little bit more like a batter we want it to be. I think I'm gonna... Actually, I think a whisk or a spatula was the wrong choice here. Should have gone with a whisk instead of a spatula. Especially since we want to work this as little as possible at this point, because we don't want to create a ton of gluten. We'll let that set. That's going to be for coating our sandwich later. I am a big fan of Strauss. They're not hugely distributed, but they were California's first organic dairy, and yeah, they have some. They're a little bit higher price. We have two main organic dairies that I know of in the state, and they're actually both here in Sonoma County. We have Strauss, and then we have Clover. Clover's more distributed. It's got a bigger production. Strauss is a little bit higher niche products, a little bit more pricier, better quality. You see, Clover plays the game of, with organic, if you have an animal that gets sick or has some sort of issue where you want to feed it medicine and it needs medicine, you can't do that under an organic farm. You then have to basically sell the cow, and then you have to sell a sick cow. So what Clover, I think, does, they have both Clover conventional and organic, and what I think they do is they pass over any other cows that don't pass the muster over to their conventional, on top of having a proper conventional production. It's one of the big problems with organic and dairy, and that is that you sort of have to gamble between keeping your animals healthy versus keeping them legal to produce. Alright, so we've got our pancake batter, we've got our cakes cooling, we've got our... Let's try and unmold our cheesecake back here. This is our appetizer for the night. Let's see if this will pop clean. Fearing that it won't, it is not. Should have lined this one, I think. Or on the back side of a knife against it. Trying not to push against the non-stick as much as possible. Just trying to make sure it's all freed all the way around. It does seem to be releasing, but giving a little bit of an issue. Ooh. Sweet and savory. What am I missing here? Yes, I completely agree, dinner with mom. Milk and glass is a lovely, lovely thing. I find a lot of people actually sort of shun their product just because they don't even realize, like, all that glass these days, there's a $2 refund on those bottles. And so, I mean, they look at the price, and the price is like $2 more, and they just discount it because, without realizing that, oh, hey, you get the $2 back. What is that, Gaia? You gonna make us all sad. So this is going to be our cheesecake appetizer, so to say. Let's see, will this slide off of the bottom? No, we're just going to leave the bottom on it. So there you go. Oh, you can't really see that very well without me looking at the board, can ya? I've already only got this half filled because I'm not going to go through all of this. But let me show you a close up of the pretty side with the crackers. Ooh, that's not a good first start. Got it too cold in the freezer. Give myself a little guy of my own. Take a shot. Cheers, folks. That'll work. I can deal with that. We got a base of cream cheese, chives, cheddar cheese, bacon, a little seasoning on a base of crushed Ritz crackers, and a topping of strawberry jam. Cakes still need to cool a bit. Move them over here to the counter though, where they'll cool a bit quicker than sitting on top of that hot oven, which is now on. I'm thirsty, I need something to drink after that. 2 crackers and I'm already parched. I assume you're speaking of the writer? Yeah. Sorry to hear that. He didn't finish doing everything. He still had more to write. Actually, that was the one I used. Well, I guess I used 2 knives on that for some reason. Let's go back to battle. I got more help this time. Victory. Victory. SR Finder getting the assists there. Spirit Walker and SR Finder getting the scrolls. Congrats. Now let's do that kitty level. We gotta kill the kitty. Hold on a second here. Let's see what this... Berserker. Right there. We'll give that a shot here in 30 minutes. I'm debating whether to start into... because these are still, like, warm. I don't even want to unmold these cakes. They're still too hot. So I guess that means we're building a sandwich. Cheese, turkey, ham, Swiss. I'm gonna be eating sandwiches for lunches. Oh, why is that still? That wasn't supposed to be on still. Oopsies. And I need toothpicks. I have these. I have these. I think that might be our best option here. Start with some tater bread. Want a nice, soft, doughy bread for this project that is going to work well for this. Not seem like, not going to be very heavy. Number one, well, at least back in the day, contaminant in kitchens. On second thought, we might use that bacon tonight too. And put that on the turkey side. Mix up some strawberry jam and Dijon mustard. Ooh. I didn't know that Mary's, if anyone's familiar with the Mary's, the chicken brand, also a Sonoma brand, did turkey. But apparently they do turkey cold cuts these days. Just turkey. And this is their hickory smoked turkey. I don't know if folding this to stack it to make it look better is the best plan when we're planning to fry this, but oh well, we're here. Oh wait, this probably has some fancy opening method. This is how long it's been since I bought American cheese, by the way, folks. I don't even know how the package is open anymore. Oh, we're just getting started with this one, Gaia. Oh, wow, this... Bring your own bag cheese these days. Muskrat! Well, if you're familiar with Monte Cristos, which they don't serve these a lot in restaurants anymore. They used to serve them a little bit more. If anyone's familiar with Bennigan's, they're sort of... This was one of their claims to fame. Back before they went defunct. A little bit of mayo. Mostly just to seal that up. And what did I do with my ham? There's my ham. Are you kidding me? The strength on some of these packages to open, you tend to open. I mean, I'm sitting here thinking of, you know, dear old grandma trying to open a package of ham here. She ain't getting this one open. She's cutting this one open. Push it down a little bit. Make sure it's all together, one piece. And then I'm going to slice this into two. Actually, let's do a couple toothpicks first. So purposely at an angle there. And there's cross section on our lovely sandwich for tonight. Push these through a little bit more. Just make sure they're through. And actually, I'm going to put one through the center now. Okay. So now we got our sandwich ready. Just got to batter that up and fry that up once we're ready with the oil. While our oil is heating, I think we're going to get to our cakes over here, which have hopefully cooled down a bit. Put back our lunch meats. I forgot my bacon. Oh, well. It's not like this sandwich is exactly healthy for you to begin with. Now that it's warming up a bit from being in the freezer. Alternatively, you can throw walnuts in there too. Oh yeah. These two dishes work in much the same way. We got cheese, we got pork, bacon in this case, ham in this case. And then we're going to be using the jam as sort of a sweetness to offset the savory, the jump between the two. It's very sort of fun, playful type of dish. In this case, we now have to get oil going for it. Got a new, fresh, clean container of oil today. So we're going to be working with really clean oil to do our frying tonight. I think that's probably deep enough. We're going to have to set our oven back up here because one of the things that's really the secret to doing this sandwich is that you can't just fry it. You do have to fry it in order to have that nice fried exterior, but it's not going to get all the cheese ooey gooey melty. It's not going to quite do the job entirely. So we're going to finish it in the oven after we do our frying with it. So we'll turn the heat on here, just low flame, just getting it warm ahead of time, hopefully. And we'll set these aside for our cakes. Actually use the same parchment here. And I don't know what I want to do this on. Oh, we got to make our frosting first. What am I thinking? Okay, butter and sugar. Not too complicated. Powdered sugar. A little vanilla. If you want to be fancy, you can add a little food color in here. Drawer's getting to be a mess again. My spice drawer needs a regular organizing. It's probably one of the drawers that I fuss with the most out of the kitchen. Old kitchen. Starting to resemble something closer to frosting here. That ain't the right recipe. Tempe. Wondering if this is where I really want this or not. I think we're okay with that. Let's start by getting our appetizer out of the way. Swap that for our cake plate. A little dab of frosting on the bottom. That'll do for frosting. First candidate out here. Nice bake on those. That turned out nicely. But we need to make this flat. How do I want to go about this? I think I'm just going to freewheel it. Let's see what we get just doing it on our own. We of course want all these nice crusty brown parts on there too. It's just we're worried about them offsetting the depth here of our next ones. So it's a little bit of a game of crushing them and putting them in there in more level position. Nice flavor of the cake too. And then we go in with our jam. And there goes our first layer. Repeat the process. Probably should have looked to see which one had the best top to it. I didn't do that. And what you could almost do to almost just cheat this whole process is a little of this action right here. Before we even get it over there, we're gonna put a majority of our icing down. And I'm actually just gonna straight up cheat, put that straight up upside down. Get a proper tool here for doing our icing. I didn't separate this one off at the bottom before I did all this stuff to it. Came off pretty clean just the same though. And I'm going to set this in the freezer like this. Nice bake on that. I mean, not but happy with the way these mini cakes came out with. Bottle! Oops, run button there. Let's see here. I don't know if we really need haste. I think we better use... Yeah. Oh! Multiple level boss. That was interesting. And then it ran off and... I don't know what happened there. That was sort of weird. I think we got this one. Just got to smash this last rock. Aww. It was enemies and not helpers. Victory. He killed the boss. Let's see here. Gwalid and Josh, thank you for the kills and assists. Spirit Walker and Josh getting the rewards. Congrats. Boss defeated. I get some goodies. That's cool. New map. Let's see here. Do top or bottom level here. I think I'd rather go for gold than blue. Yeah, that's the pathing on that character was pretty poor. I think I'm going to put my Centurion out there, see what we get. He's going to boost up any armored units next to him. So put armored units next to my character for best effect. We'll check how this goes in 30 minutes. Why don't we do our Discord here? Take a minute here and set up our vote for next week. We had Dr. Pepper last week. We've got strawberry jam this week. What will we have next week? What is next week? I completely messed this one up. I mean, we ended up doing this on the second, but I should have had this for the first originally. I didn't edit that. So we're doing the we're doing the 8th. And what do we have for ingredients here? We got a couple suggestions here recently. 3s. Ooh, we got some 4s. Looking for the highest road one. Looks like that those 2 4s there, it looked like mushrooms versus cherries. Where were those? There we go. Dried shiitake mushrooms versus Luxardo cherries, which is fancy cherries. Let's try. How do you spell maraschino? By the way, these are Luxardo cherries. I already got them in the kitchen. Excuse me, I'm hiccuping. Um, MARASCHINO. Oh well. We'll just go with cherries. And I'm sure you all know the drill by now. You can vote for your favorites by reacting with your preference. You can vote for both if you like. You can vote for one if you want. But please vote. Wednesday we'll have to... Next Wednesday, pending we do it on Wednesday. I'm going to do it next Wednesday. We'll have to cook with cherries. Like, I don't know what the heck I'm going to do with these for something savory. I mean, these are just like pure sugar syrup. These are like pure sugar syrup with candied cherries in there. I mean, I'm sure I can come up with all sorts of drinks and desserts with those. But savory? I guess I could put them in like a marinade or a glaze. We can do something. And the shiitake mushrooms, those would be rough for... Mushrooms are rough for dessert. I've done mushrooms before in these challenges. And yeah. Well, the challenge there is Luxardo cherries, which is that specific brand. But now that we've allowed our little 2-tier cake here to chill out a little bit and help stop that blowout from expanding, or that blowout there from expanding on the bottom there, I chilled it a little bit and got that icing to hold down a little bit better, hopefully. We'll work on our last one here. Make sure we separate it from the base this time before we decorate it. And I'm going to leave the mound on that one since it's on the top. That's a bit excess. Now we need to clean this off once again. And we're going to load it up with fresh frosting. And I'm not going to completely frost the outsides, I'm just going to do sort of like a crumb coat on the outside. That wasn't very good. I just dumped some of this out on the table. It's looking like a bit of a mess. I was hopeful it'll come out a little bit better than this. Okay, back into the freezer to allow that to set up a little bit more. Yep. Little high cake. Little tri-layer 4-inch cake. Cutesy. Okay, we're gonna get the frosting out of our way here. can get these out of here. A little organization time here, folks. Before we get into frying, we don't want to mess in front of us. Trying to figure out what to do with everything. We don't want things collapsing like that in front of us. There's just a milk bottle turning over though. Okay. How's our oil temp looking here? Nearly 300. Not too shabby. Turn the heat up a little bit there. Flame up a little bit. And we'll transition. We'll get rid of our powdered sugar. Powdered sugar. I'm not going to use these chives. I think it's time we do a drink. I think it's about time we make a drink. Nice, Navocado. Welcome in. How you doing this evening? So I'm just going to sort of freewheel this drink tonight. I mean, it's gin and jam. It's like, it doesn't need to be hugely complicated here. But we'll start with lime. And ice. And what are we going to put this in? What are we going to do this drink in tonight? Why don't we do a rocks glass? Start with our strawberry jam. Slice knife. What's going on there? You're sharper than that. Why did I choose gin? It's got some nice herbals that are going to be a nice offset compared to, say, just probably the number one choice would be vodka. I just don't really understand vodka. I just don't. I'll drink vodka, but I just don't get the concept of trying to make a spirit that tastes like nothing. And most of the time it ends up tasting like something. Yep, the gifts are back. Yeah, that wasn't very gin-like, was it? I got some stuff in the way of my gin. Now I don't know what I want to do with this. I bought this and I don't... Let's use half. Let's half and half. There you go. That one works for me. Let's do half and half here on our gin. We'll do half Aviation and half Tanqueray. I need my Juniper though, so I need my Tanqueray because this just isn't cutting it for botanicals for me. This is too plain. This is gin-like vodka to me. What is the GIF about? It's whatever the person types in chat when they claim it, and it is the top result on Giphy, if you're familiar with Giphy. We also have Guide the Raid back in there. I'm only planning to raid a select number of streamers from this point forward. But I will happily honor people using the Guide the Raid command. And let's see, what else can we throw in there for this? We have... Oh, that's what I can use up in here. Speaking of maraschino cherries, I have this bottle that I need to use up. Let's add a little grenadine. And this isn't going together the way I suspected as far as shaking. So I'm going to have to get out a different glass here. That's looking refreshing. Okay, Maz, I'm gonna take a photo first, though, if you don't mind. I'm definitely gonna hydrate here in a moment. PB&J shots? What are PB&J shots? Do you know what's in PB&J shots? Oil's probably getting plenty hot at this point. Awesome. Cheers, folks. Hope you're all having a lovely week. Here's to the rest of the week going smoothly. Give this a little sniff. Different ginger notes on the nose. Ooh, that's fruity, punchy. That's perhaps a bit too acidic. Let's try adding a couple orange bitters to that. No, it's got too much of a, citrus acidic bite. Oh, that's what that needed. Definitely what that needed. That just made that dish beautiful. That drink. That is deliciousness. Not too syrupy? No. I only added maybe an ounce worth of... Yeah. There is a decent amount of sugar in there, and you mentioned that, between the grenadine and the jam. But it's so acidic. The acid just cuts through all that sugar. So it's probably a gut buster if you had more than one of them. But given that it's good. Oh, about 3 ounces of gin in there. I think I might just stick with the 1 glass tonight. But it is frying time. It is time to make our sandwich. Our sandwich. Our oil is up to 350. We wanted this just another 5 degrees or so. So let's start coating our... Well, we need to go coat straight into it, so let's wait until we're all the way up to temp. Screwball whiskey, which, if I remember correctly, is one of those cinnamon ones. And 1 part Chambord. And Chambord is like grape jelly. It's... I don't think I have Chambord. I've certainly drank my fair share of it. Chambord has to be up there on my favorites, but it doesn't have a whole lot of drinks you mix it with. Sort of like one of those ones you don't find unless it's... Well, yeah, there's just not a ton of Chambord recipes out there, but it's like drinking liquid grape juice. Or liquid grape jelly. It's... sweet. Yeah, the bitters absolutely finished this drink. This needed something to go against the acid. But actually now I'm more wondering about Screwball, if Screwball actually is one of those, because it strikes me as one of those almost like Fireball, where it's just a huge amount of... It's whiskey, but there's so much cinnamon in it that it's really more like drinking a Red Hot. Okay, we're up to temp here now. Let's try our first sandwich. So our Monte Cristo, we got our ham and Swiss, turkey and American. And we're going to coat this now in pancake batter. Don't want to give it too long on the first side here because of the nature of the pancake batter. I want to get it on the other side, yeah. Oops. And again, we need to get our oven on. Ripped my fish spatula handle. Dropped in the batter. Let's give that another flip. Do the battle after we do our frying. Be one moment here. And onto drip rack. We'll do our second one here. And it was starting to fall apart on me. The bread was dissolving. I'm going to try and carefully take the sticks out of this now. Almost can't even tell they were in there. Those came out rather cleanly. This one's not as good as the first one. This first one came out pretty perfect. It's pretty well coated all the way around. Well, that's... This second one, you got a little hole going here. It's leaving us some schmutz getting out. Give that another minute on that side there, and then we'll throw these both in the oven to finish them. We're going to need some strawberry jam and a container to dip these in. And I want a nice big container that's going to be easy to... I've been to a couple of restaurants, and one of my memories of having this dish in restaurants is that they never give you a dish that's good for actually dipping a sandwich in. Because that's where the jam here really comes in. I mean, I know I mix a little of the strawberry jam with the mustard there, but this dish is traditionally with raspberry jam, substituting strawberry, and powdered sugar. Oops. We let that go a little long on that side. Let's open that. Let's take that out. So here's our sandwich. I'm going to throw that into the oven now. Allow that to melt that cheese up. We'll cut the heat on our oil. And we need powdered sugar. And do I have my baby whisk around? Baby strainer? What happened to my baby strainer? Maybe it's in the trailer. Dirty with that. Just getting myself ready here. Take a little powdered sugar. Set that up so it's ready to go. I have myself another sip of this lovely too Italian. I don't know about that. Well, here's my messy but gonna be tasty tri-layer cake here. Let's do a main view of this so you lovely folks can see it in all its glory. Messed up the frosting on that Great Royal, but those cakes turned out tasty. And what I would like to take the time and actually, if I wanted to take the time and I wanted the extra calories, which I don't, I'd do another batch of frosting and do the sides up again after this chilled so that it looked all pretty. But and I could fancy that up a bit more, but I'm gonna live with it just like this tonight. Let's see if we can't get a photo of this or two while those sandwiches are warming up in the oven. Not sure what angle to go with here. They're all ugly. Set myself up a disaster zone here by trying to get that sugar out early. But there is dessert. That'll go back in the freezer for now. Well, yeah, the freezer. I don't have room in the fridge right now. So we're really just waiting for our sandwiches to heat up. This was my first dish of the evening. This is sort of a faux cheesecake, or a faux no-bake cheesecake. Really a little bit more like a cheese ball with strawberry jam on top, but it's cream cheese, chives, seasonings, cheddar, bacon, and then with the strawberry on top for a sweet note to all that savoriness. Let's do our battle here. Battle. What's left? Oh, what the heck is that little thing? Now it's a huge amount of gold. Who's gonna get the kill on the huge amount of gold? That sounds like something you want to kill. Ooh, I got it. Victory. Ooh, I got all the kills and assists, too. Who's gonna get the gold in the scroll reward? Navocado walking away with the gold. Josh getting the scroll for his paladin. And I think we're gonna call it a stream here for that. For Stream Raiders tonight. We will continue on with that tomorrow night. Gonna be doing homemade nachos tomorrow night. Gonna fry up. Got our nice new fry oil. Gonna fry up my own tortillas, chips, and do all the sides along with that loveliness. So that's tomorrow night. If you want to come back and join me. Let's put together our final dish of the evening. Pull our powdered sugar bag out. And need a towel. I think these are probably warm enough now that we can go ahead and go with them. We're going to go ahead and move these over here. We're going to hit them with powdered sugar while they're over here. We'll get our plate back out. Choose our victim. Cheese is just slightly melty. Hit that with a bit more powdered sugar. And we'll give that a photo. Awesome. So thank you for all you lovely folks for joining me tonight. I don't think we've had anyone guide the raid tonight. Let's see what time we're getting to here. See if there's anyone in the raid out there this evening. This is not a night I'm normally streaming. So I might be able to find someone interesting. Oh wow, all sorts of people out there tonight. But I'm gonna leave it here. Want to thank you all for joining me tonight. As I said earlier, tomorrow night I'm gonna be back here with Nachos. Obviously gonna be back here Sunday with something else interesting. We got the new vote going on in Discord now between Luxardo cherries, which is maraschino style cherry, just a really fancy, expensive type that they use in upscale bars or upscale ice cream shops, and that's versus dried shiitake mushrooms. Both ingredients should be interesting to work with. Thank you all for joining me tonight. I'll see you again soon. Good night.